15 lessons that people discover too late in life. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, where people who want to be billionaires come to receive ideas. Hello, everyone. We have something very special planned for this video. We've been thinking since last week about what other information could really improve our lives. We'd be happy to tell you the answer if we did. At that point, we thought of this concept. We all hope to live a long time, so why not learn from those who have already been there? They confronted life and are still living to share the experiences. How great would it be to use their knowledge right now? You might be able to make better decisions starting today if you know what they regret the most and the lessons they learned over the years. Remember that these lessons come from people who have succeeded and lived the lives that most of you are working so hard to live. We are going to look at the 15 lessons that most people discover too late in life. 1. Everything is only for a short time. We even indicated in the beginning that we think we still have a lot of years ahead of us. You might not even be looking that far ahead, depending on how old you are, but you are also temporary. It can be hard to accept the fact that everything you do, everyone you meet, and all you build is just transitory. The dog you have is only for a short time, the people you know are only for a short time, and the things you buy are only for a short time. You can only really understand it if you've seen it happen before. Everyone wants to live forever and be eternal, yet whatever you do will eventually go away and people will forget about it. So you might as well go for it, right? At some time, it won't matter what happened, it'll be gone and forgotten. Number 2, life isn't fair. Sorry to let you down, but that's the truth. The promotion will undoubtedly go to someone who has been sweet-talking the employer, even though you are better qualified and work harder. Even though you think you'd be the perfect match for that girl, she might enjoy the jerk more. You are seeing things from your own point of view, so you will always be biased. We don't live in a perfect world, and even if you did, it wouldn't care about you as a person. There are about 8 billion of us. Just because you think you deserve something doesn't imply you'll get it. The world doesn't owe you anything. Number 3, family is more important than friends. You can't select your family, but they won't do anything more for you than they are. Our friends are great. Try to make as many actual friends as you can. But family is something precious that most people don't seem to care about these days. Friends will be there for you when things go tough, but none of them would actually put themselves in danger for you. Family is the only group that would actually be willing to put you first. Don't take that for granted. Chat to your parents while you still have them, chat to your siblings and keep that relationship strong, and of course spend time with your kids because they need you more than anything else. Number 4, people will treat you the way you treat yourself, not the way you treat them. It's strange to think that how someone else feels about you depends on how you feel about them. You have influence over how you present yourself, how you see yourself, and who you are as a person. You have the option to develop, acquire knowledge, and enhance yourself. You are the sum of your beliefs and experiences. When you fully adopt a new set of beliefs, your whole view of the world will shift. Imagine this small experiment. If you moved to a new city where no one knew you, wore different clothes, listened to different music, started speaking differently, and changed your interests, the people you meet there will accept your new version because this is the reality they first saw. You should have greater respect for yourself, and you should expect it. Stand up for what you believe in and don't let others walk all over you. These little things will stay with you when you're older. Number 5, the things you give up today will pay off later. A lot of people who are in the last quarter of their lives think about the bad choices they've made, especially the time they've wasted. When you look back on the past, it's usually easy to recognize where you could have done better. Many of them agree that if they had only thought things through a little more, they could have been in a much better place than they are now. They all wish they had read more when they were younger, yet none of them remember wasting time watching TV. They wouldn't have given up as much if they had been smarter about how they used their time. Click in the upper right corner if you want to know what people give up to get affluent. We made a whole film that explains what it takes and how it affects your life. Number 6, giving up your health to get rich or successful is not worth it. This one is strange to see after the last one, but it's true. We always want more, and very few people, no one, can figure out that money is the most important thing in the world when you don't have it. Once you have it, it doesn't mean as much. No one wants to hurt their own health in order to get money or success, but not many people are willing to make the changes they need to do in order to protect themselves over the possible gain. When you're older, you'll look back and think you were a fool for not paying more attention to the one thing that could have given you more time with the people you care about. 7. You weren't yourself because you were afraid of being embarrassed or criticized. You only get one chance at life, so you might as well go for it. The biggest reason people fail at things is that they don't try. We all make justifications to preserve how we think other people see us, but in the end, it doesn't matter. You have to decide who you want to be. Will you be yourself, or will you be what other people want you to be? Number 8. Things aren't that important. You want things when you're young because you see other people with them and think your life would be better if you had them too. Things are only things. They don't define you. Things you own are raw materials that have been transported from one place to another. Do you believe you'll care in 10 years that you have the newest iPhone right now? We want things because people are trying to get us to want them. Right now, look around you. No, really, stop the video and look around. How many stuff do you have that you don't really need? You don't need things, you need tools. No one needs more than a few basic tools to perform the job. Number 9. There was always a sunrise after the longest night. Some things will take longer than 12 hours to get over, maybe even a couple of months or years. But one thing is for sure, no matter how terrible it is right now, how gloomy everything appears, there will come a day when you will feel better. This kind of thinking will help you get through some of the hardest periods in life. Even bad situations don't last forever. Don't ignore this advice. 10. You can choose to be happy, but it takes a lot of work. You don't need other people or their approval to be happy. You feel happy when your life matches up with what you expect it to be. The good news is that you can choose to be happy. The bad news is that you have to work hard at it, since like anything else worth having, it won't happen on its own, at least not to the level you want it to. We know that some of you are having trouble with this and may not think of yourselves as happy, so we made another video called 15 Reasons Why You're Unhappy. This video will go into detail about the steps you can take right now to make the switch. You can watch it by clicking in the top right corner. Number 11. This moment right now is your moment, and it's going by quickly. How poetic is it that every today is instantly consumed by the past? We normally think about life as a whole, but we don't always realize that it's made up of moments like this one, when you're viewing this video. Most individuals discover how important the moment is too late in life and miss a lot of chances to take it. Number 12. Everyone is genuinely looking out for themselves. Everyone is the star of their own show, and everyone wants to be with the girl of their dreams. We all see life from our own point of view, and since the day you were born, you have been the most significant thing that has ever happened to you. You need to protect yourself and do well. That's what everyone believes, by the way. You might not like it, but someone else thinks they are exceptional just like you do. Since we can't all be the star of the same movie, everybody will want to get that sunset for themselves. Always remember this, since it will help you recognize other people for who they truly are, just like you, a human being. 13. Fear is usually underneath rage. Fear is the way to the dark side, as the wise Yoda says. Fear leads to anger leads to hate, and hate leads to misery. When we are in pain, especially for a long time, we tend to think it's because of something outside of us that we hate. But if we can get past that feeling, we find that anger is rumbling behind it, and it's definitely something we've held onto for too long. But there is always fear underneath all of that. Fear of losing, fear of being weak, and fear of letting go. But if you can admit that you are afraid, you will see its light-hearted shadow, compassion. Then you will be ready to move on. 14. The globe is bigger than what you've seen so far. Most people wish they could have seen more of the world, done more, and learned more of its secrets. Her world is great since it has a lot of diverse people, cultures, foods, buildings, beliefs, and ideas for the future. It would be a shame to only read a few pages of a book if the whole world were one. 15. A lifetime isn't that lengthy. When you're young, you don't think about it much because it seems like a long time. We think we have a lot of life remaining because we compare the amount of life we've lived to the amount of life we think we have left. How about we undertake a small thought experiment? You think that when you're in your 20s, you'll have at least 3 times as much life as you've had so far, but that's a trap. If the average person dies at 80, and most people sleep 7 or 8 hours a night, that cuts down on a third of that time, leaving you with 53 years. That's not that horrible, is it? If the average male works 40 hours a week from age 25 to 65, that's another 10 years gone. But you still have 43 years remaining, which isn't so awful, is it? But hold on, as of 2016, the average American spends more than 10 hours a day in front of a screen. This includes social media, TV shows, and sports, and news-related stuff. The TV show part is 4.5 hours a day and getting longer, with companies like Netflix pushing harder for your attention. That indicates that the average American spends 7 to 8 years of their life watching TV. If you start counting all the things you do every day that take up your time, like eating, cleaning, getting dressed, driving, and all the little things, you'll be shocked to learn that the average person in a developed country has less than 30 years to live. If you live in a poorer country, you can easily cut that number in half to less than 15 years. If this doesn't help you see things in a new light, we don't know what will. Now, to help our community, we are interested in knowing, what is one thing you wish you had learnt earlier? Let us know in the comments, and as always, you guys know what to do. Here's your extra fact. Number 16. You were overly careful. You might be worried about a lot of things right now, but when you die, you'll look back on these days and wonder why you didn't take bigger risks. Why didn't you live more? Why didn't you take a chance and go for something bigger instead of playing it safe? This moment right now is the start of a new trip. When you look back on it, the old version of yourself will be proud. It's time to go big, Alluxors. Be brave, live, and be the best version of yourself. Put on a performance for one person, yourself. Please post "Go Big" in the comments if this video inspired you in any way. This will let us know who the true Alluxors are that watch these films all the way through. Thanks for spending some time with us, Alluxors. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a video again. We also chose these videos by hand and suggest that you watch them next.